Hey guys, Ben here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be doing a Frost Dragons guide. Now, I know there's a lot of Frost Dragon guides already out there on the internet. Maybe not just YouTube, maybe on other parts of the internets as well, because it's a big place. But I wanted to get out a guide in which it has my own opinions, my own armor setups, my own ideals to the matter, my own little, ways of doing Frost Dragons that maybe others don't. And maybe a more of a AFKable variant of the guide, slightly AFKable. It's really good if you've got dual monitors. I personally don't, so obviously you'll be able to feel my struggles. Anyway, the first part of the guide, I'm just going to pretty much explain what the basics you need, and what kind of levels you need, and what inventory setup. So, if we go onto the stats section, you want at least 80 plus stats, so 80 attack, at least 80 strength, 80 defense, and obviously by the time you've got those skills, you'll have over 80 constitution / hit points, so that's pretty cool. You need 85 dungeoneering to access Frost Dragons. I'm going to show you exactly where to find them as well as fast places to go just to get there whenever you want to. Good banking methods and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. So that's pretty much all you require via skills. It will be recommended just to get it higher, and it is actually a good XP rate. You get at least 1,000 experience on attack, strength or defense, whichever one you're training. You could even be training magic or range, and you also get a little bit on top of hit points as well. I'm sure it's about 200 300 experience on top of that, so that's sick. So anyway, armor setups, guys. So you want something fairly decent, something that's a good armor bonus. As you can see, I'm currently earning money from Frost Dragons because I've spent a lot of money on other skills. You can see that on my vlogs and other series on my channel. That's a good word, I'm going to keep using that, but here we are. So anyway, as you can see, you just want some basic gear. War Priest of Armadyl, War Priest of Bandos, Zamorak, Saradomin are extremely good because basically they're a hybrid, so they don't take damage, or all the damage taken from either magic attack and range is all even for the armor bonus, compared to this, for example, which melee armor, you'd be taking less range damage, more magic damage, and I believe it's just equal melee damage. So what do you want? You want something along the lines of Torags, Dragon at a minimum, Rune at a minimum as well, but you probably won't be staying there for a very long trip. This setup normally lasts me a full trip, full pack yak, plus a lot more, and I'm normally averaging around 1 to 2 mil per trip. I don't really count them that much, as I'd like to go and do something else, but you can actually average around 2 to 4 mil per hour, so that's extremely good. Plus you've got a chance of also getting a Dragonic Visage, which are not that expensive anymore. They're around about 2 to 4 mil as well, so if you get one of those, that's pretty much doubling your GP per hour, which is extremely sick. I have all the gameplay I've played on RuneScape out of every single Slayer task, out of every single Frost Dragon and every single Black Dragon and all that good jazz. I've never actually got a Dragonic Visage, so I wouldn't really get your hopes up for it at all. A ring, you want like a Berserker ring or something like that. I'm just bringing the Ring of Wealth because I don't actually have a good weapon of choice that has a good armor bonus at the moment, / crit chances and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. So now we're going to look at weapon of choice. What do you want to be using at Frost Dragons that's going to be more beneficial, more, higher hits, just general damage? Now, currently I'm using a Zamorakian Spear. You can use a Chaotic Spear, which will be even better than this. This is a two-handed variant, so you need super anti-fires for this, or at least just anti-fire potions, and you'll be taking the exact amount of damage you would be using if you had an anti-fire shield, and no they're super antis, so no anti-fire potions as well. What was a good setup as well, an anti-dragon shield / dragon fire shield and a rapier, or a you can use a chaotic rapier or you can use a Drygor rapier. This is because of the stab bonus. Frost Dragons are actually weak to stab, that's why I've got a Zamorakian Spear, just to earn up my money, and it's extremely efficient while there. Now what we want to be doing now is we want to be looking at the action bar. Now if you want to set up your action bar, you can just right click it, click up set up action bar, and that'll set up to specifically what your weapon of choice will be. I've already got one set up here already, and I've added a few things. If you got the sacrifice basic ability, I believe you can get this from killing Armadyl as well, because now you can't do it in the Armadyl event, but you got this during the event, in which you deal 100% weapon damage to your opponent. You'll heal 25% of that damage that it will deal. If, say for example, the Frost Dragon's on 1200 HP, and you kill it and you hit it with the sacrifice ability for 1200 hit points, you will gain back 1200 hit points, which is extremely efficient. I currently like to use Revolution. It's more AFKable than actually clicking individual things / using your actual keys to do it. That is a bit more faster XP per hour, so I recommend doing that. But if you want to be a little bit AFK and you just want it to do it for you, I'd do that as well. So moving on to the inventory setup. So what we want to be doing first is just checking the pack yak. What I've started doing is I've started filling up my pack yak with rocktails. Now, by the time you send Frost Dragons off to the bank, you'll be killing another one, and you can just keep sending them off like that and storing them in your pack yak as well. I wouldn't take this many rocktails, but I'm just taking this many rocktails so I can camp for longer. So I'm taking less damage, because obviously I'm not using my full Bandos setup as I used to. Now onto the actual inventory itself. I'm going to bring 3 super anti-fire potions just in case I can camp there for a very long time. I also bring an extra pack yak pouch. If you're here just for trips that you can't send off to the bank, a good thing to use would be magic notepaper. This will instantly turns things into notes, so you can stay there for a very long time as well. I was finding myself doing this when I didn't have a pack yak. Another good variant would just be a Terror Bird / War Tortoise. Now these are just extremely good as well. What you want to be doing with a pack yak though, because you will be camping there for a very long time and storing them in your pack yak / sending them off to the bank, is bring an extra pouch. As you can see, I've already got my pack yak summoned, and you want to just be bringing as many winter storage scrolls as you feel comfortable with bringing. So yeah, just bring as many as you want. There's no real even to it, like you wouldn't just buy winter storage scrolls to go on that specific trip, but I always have a big bulk of them, so I always bring them, the majority of them, with me. I've got 2 rocktails in my inventory just to eat, just in case the blue orb appears and I manage to attack it for quite a high amount of damage, because it always seems to hit me for 1,800 to like 1,000 damage. I'm bringing my just a generic super defense, super strength, and super attack. Overloads would be better / extremes. I've got all my charming equipment here. As you can see, I've got the charming as well equipped. You don't want to be bringing the bone crusher, because it's not really worth XP per hour if you're not making the money from frost dragons, because there are a lot of people there camping there just for that general thing. So to actually get to the place you need, hopefully you'll have Port Sarim unlocked on the lodestone. If not, you'll have to look on the world map and get to Port Sarim. But if you home teleport to Port Sarim, you want to be going south from here. So that's the main place you want to be going. I'm not entirely sure of what the exact area is called, but we'll get to that when we come to it. It's just literally south. I believe there's some ogres there, like right to the south. So you want to be going south, completely south. In this case it looks like north, but it's not, it's south. So if you click the compass, you can see we're going south here. There's also an obelisk in which you can restore your summoning points if need be. This is not needed. This is why you should always bring a super restore as well, which I forgot to mention, just to get your summoning back up, so you can either renew or just summon a new pack yak for sending more Frost Dragon Bones after the bank. It's best to just renew. I believe you can only renew when it's like a minute left, so or 2 minutes. So you just right click your familiar option there, and there's a renew familiar option straight away. So that's pretty cool. Then what you want to do when you climb down the ladder, when you go south, you want to just run over here, making sure that you've got the Dungeoneering level required for it. So that's pretty cool. Let's just do this now, and you run east here, all the way up here, and you can see this bit that branches off up north. You're going to be coming up here, and you want to be just going through the mysterious entrance, which is here. It seems like I'm explaining it too much, but it doesn't matter. So when you find a world that's fairly empty to start killing frost dragons and whatnot, what you're going to do is drink some super anti-fire, or just your anti-fires in general, pot up, and then we'll start the killing. Now normally a lot of people use prayer. I personally don't have soul split. Soul split would be extremely good here. If not, literally just flick on your vampirism aura and let the killing commence. So as you can see, I would give an example of the sacrifice ability here, but it's actually not charged up. That did it. As you can see, it healed 0 because I've actually not needed healing. You should be able to kill them before the blue aura appears with this current setup here. Like I said, just right click your action bar and click setup. This will set up for your best current setup, your best weapons of choice and whatnot. So we'll just go and get the Frost Dragon Bones now. As you can see, currently these are 17.3k each. They've been fluctuating a lot recently because obviously the double XP aura. A lot of people have been coming here and a lot of people haven't been coming here. As in, a lot of people have been buying Frost Dragon Bones, etc, etc. As you can see there, I hit 1200 with the sacrifice ability and healed up to pretty much full health. And Did we activate the Vampirism Aura? I don't think it's recharged yet. You cannot turn off an aura. Oh, okay, so it did get turned on. That's pretty cool. So all you need to do now is just literally send these to the bank, winter storage. No problem at all. Just send these 2 off. That's 30k plus 30k made already, and that was literally 2 kills. You want to be using your action bar eventually, as you know with momentum. Sometimes when you use abilities, it actually turns momentum off. This doesn't. It literally does it all for you, and momentum doesn't get turned off. Also, when you want to use an ability, ultimate abilities, you can do so whenever you please, which is extremely good. Sometimes you might bury the bone like that, which is an accident. It's a bit of a waste of money, but literally that's like the second time I've ever done this at Frost Dragons, and it's while I'm making the guide as well, so that's a bit disappointing. Sometimes the Frost Dragons, 2 of them will latch onto you. What you want to do is you want to watch out for the second one, because it's not while you're attacking them the blue aura activate. The blue aura literally activates after they're in a certain amount of combat. So what you want to do is you want to turn your auto retaliate off, just to make sure that you're not attacking them. And what you'll find normally when you're attacking them and you stop attacking them, if you keep your auto retaliate off, I'm not sure what the system's like recently. I don't understand why this is actually happening, but I'll try and get an example in a sec. I will try and get an example with this one, but there we go, perfect example. Okay, so we move back. Auto retaliate is turned off. Now you should see my character attack as soon as the blue aura is still around, but this is when you can start doing damage without damaging yourself. It auto attacks pretty much, which I think is a really good idea, but I'm not entirely sure why the whole concept of auto retaliate is off and it's auto retaliating. So what you want to have as well on your action bar is the Ice Asylum crystal. You can literally get this at the dig site for pretty much free. All you need to do is literally the dig site quest. This is an ultimate ability in which you can just pop it down and it heals you pretty much back up to full and heals everyone around you when you're in a certain place of your aura. You can also attack creatures while doing this as well, this is why it's pretty much one of the sickest abilities to have. So there you go, guys, happy getting those GP gains. Hope you've really enjoyed the video. Please give me a thumbs up, it really helps me out. Please let me know if this was a very informative guide. I'm not very good with the graphics and popping things up on screen, but I try to emphasize all my points, all the XP rates, different things like that. GP per hour, all vocally, so that's pretty sick. It is extremely good combat experience when you do camp here, so do look forward to those gains as well as those GP profits as well. There's another example of it, auto attacking, even though auto attacking is off. So there you guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys later. Peace, enjoy your happy escaping, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, it really helps out the guide and just my general channel and just general content. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.